Thought went into nailing down a topic that would best represent Ginny. So in the end, she settled on simply telling the story of how she came to join Toastmasters.
You're here.
So here is Ginny with that shampoo bottle is just so darn inspirational.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, Albertsons shoppers. Over in our lobby department today, all of our new release videos are on sale for just $1.99. That's right, shoppers, just $1.99 for new release videos such as Saving Private Ryan and You've Got Mail. So be sure to stop by the lobby department today to check out these and other great savings. As always, we'd like to thank you for shopping at Albertsons. Have a great day. I was just 19 years old when I was promoted to the position of lobby manager at an Albertsons in Indian Harbor Beach. I was so excited. Not only did the promotion mean for me a raise, but finally a chance to play on the store's intercom as much as I could get away with. I guess you could say that somewhere deep down at the core of me lives an old carny game caller who just can't get enough of hearing his own voice over the loudspeaker. I come by it honestly, though, I swear. Might have been my father's stories of having run away to join the circus when he was 16 years old that inspired me, but... Okay, so it was a carnival, but they had shows and tents and animals, so we just say circus because it's less embarrassing. It most likely started in play. I can still remember being 7, maybe 8 years old, and standing in my shower, reading aloud from the back of the Head and Shoulders bottle, while I pretended that I was the voiceover on the commercial. Healthy hair starts with a healthy scalp. Now, whether or not I ever actually thought that I might be discovered, you know, standing there in my shower reading aloud from the back of a shampoo bottle, I really can't say. But it was a skill I practiced just about every evening for many, many years. I was probably about 12 when I decided that while the idea of being a nurse or a zoologist or an oceanographer had been fun, my real and true talent lay in my writing. If I coupled that, I thought, with my hidden shampoo bottle reading talent, I could possibly grow up to be a television journalist. So for the next 6 years of my public education, I followed every avenue I needed to in order to make that happen. I was the editor of the paper, and I won national awards for creative writing and television productions. And I was the girl who did the morning announcements. Good morning, O'Galley. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Now, being the girl who did the morning announcements, my voice was often recognizable to people I spoke to for the first time. Dude, aren't you that chick who does the morning announcements? That's me. I was totally famous. Now, in college, I followed the same path. Communications, writing, speech, all of these courses were pursued enthusiastically and checked off my list with a big fat A. I was writing for pleasure, and I was using Albertsons' PA system to practice my newscaster voice. I was following a path and doing what I loved. Now, I'm not getting up here and trying to claim that I have any great talent, obviously. It would be ridiculous for me to stand in front of all of you for the first time and make that proclamation. What I had started in play and somehow morphed into an obsession. Obviously. So, somehow morphed into an obsession. And obviously I have no great talent because I'm pausing now, but what I can say to you is that I had a lot of insecurities. And those insecurities played constantly at the back of my more practical mind. I was never going to be Diane Sawyer, I knew that. But I wrote well, I knew that too. There was always going to be time, though, to write the great American novel, whether or not I was an English teacher or a print journalist. And I just didn't see either of those as paths that I really wanted to follow. So during a period of, I guess you could call it introspection, a friend of mine and I up and moved to West Palm Beach. It was to follow band, but that's another story. So I took a semester off of school, and then 2, and then 3. Now, I'm the type of person who, once I committed to something, I commit to it fully and completely with every piece of myself. So I'm pretty certain that had I been really and truly right in following the path I was following with my education, that I never would have let it go. But I did. That is until about a year ago when I had an epiphany and decided that if I took the decades worth of experience that working in finance had given me and coupled it with my desire to help the disabled and the elderly, I can maybe become an advocate. Now, having given up on my childhood dream of becoming a nurse in favor of a teenage dream of being a journalist, I have no experience in healthcare. But that's how I ended up back in school, and now I'm pursuing a degree at 33 years old in gerontology and health services administration. And this time, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. But that doesn't mean that all of those years of practicing my newscaster's voice were for naught. I realize that as an advocate, and maybe someday as a lobbyist, you never know, I dream big, I might someday find myself speaking in front of very large groups of people, and I'm really out of practice. Really, I haven't read the back of a shampoo bottle in years. So I'm not exactly sure how this is all going to knit together, but I have a lot of confidence that in the end, it's all going to knit in such a beautiful and perfect way. So I leave you with this. As always, I'd like to thank you for shopping, fellow Toastmasters, and have a good day.